So Makram, what do you think for the next 2 years, 2020, 2021, for the future of Dubai?
Property-wise?
Properties, yes.
Let's look at fundamentals of economy then. Where are we going? Yeah?
Yeah.
We're just talking about the plenty of opportunities that are coming to a city which is by number of people very small. Yeah? How many people do we have in Dubai? 3 million people?
3 million.
Yeah.
3 million people.
How
and
about
it was 1.5 only 10 years ago. So
exactly.
This number is already interesting.
And now we're going towards, regardless of Expo being only, in my opinion, a milestone. It's not a destination, it's just a milestone, and then there's much more yet to come afterwards.
Yeah.
And how the UAE is dealing with that and how Dubai is dealing with that is so interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. I got information that, for example, a lot of Chinese are coming to Dubai. I don't know if you are aware of that a lot of Chinese are investing, are coming and opening companies, and I heard that the UAE are doing some particular deals and a particular agreement with the Chinese. And so, what do you think about this?
Great. A city of 600,000 houses,
Dubai.
Being Dubai.
600,000
houses. Approximately.
Freehold?
Approximately, in general.
In general.
And then imagine half a street in Beijing joins us here.
Oh.
There will definitely not be space for you and me.
Yeah.
And the benefits of why would Chinese come here? Yeah, which is major. Why would Chinese today visit Dubai?
Why? There
Give
are
me
probably
reasons.
reason of location.
Sure.
Because
They're
it's
central.
halfway from China to Africa. You know, Chinese are
And to Europe.
into Europe. Yes. And
And it's the right entry. So today you have several ways to enter and approach a market. Let's look at Chinese products entering the US and how welcome are they today?
no.
Yeah.
There are also sanctions on the Chinese.
And maybe there's ways to avoid some sanctions on some products by having a collaboration with cities and countries that are neutral. At the same time, there's a possibility of coming into a tax-free city. There's no income tax here.
Yeah.
There's
They
no
have a benefit in tax.
on capital gains.
Yeah. Infrastructure.
Logistics, 100% trade.
Yeah.
Who is more equipped to trade with ports, with roads, with every single
So
part of the
let's say
setup needed.
location is one. It's a hub between China and other countries. Okay. No tax, because in
Sure.
Dubai no tax on income. I believe Chinese are paying tax. I don't know about
big, they're paying
big tax.
Sure.
So what about also the fact that UAE is linked with dollar,
Pegged with the dollar.
pegged with the dollar, and probably is also a safe currency region, right?
It's safe diversions from the renminbi, which is also something that people do look at whenever they're
So
trading.
logistic infrastructure in Dubai and in the UAE, we have the best infrastructure
Best infrastructure, not only to trade, but also to live.
to live.
They're welcome. There's no red tape here, and they are welcome, respected, and they are dealt with as any other resident who's living in the UAE. There is good attractions, entertainment, the affordable luxury that the city offers, and that the city is offering more of as we go. Attractions,
quality
entertainment,
services,
100%.
schools, hospitals, entertainment. Chinese, they
And
like
cost
to
of property
enjoy life also.
and real estate and living compared to China. Okay. On top of all of that, it's a melting.
Well, we didn't talk about security.
100%. Safety, personal safety.
Personal safety.
Personal safety.
And what about the capital? I know that in China there are some limitation of capital
Capital flows.
flows.
But there's agreements now that happened with companies and the UAE government here and China, where first there is a fund that's meant for people to invest in property. One, two, there is ease of cash flow or cash flowing or capitals flowing between China and UAE today, which is also a very good benefit. Most importantly is Dubai is catering, call Dubai a big hub. Dubai is catering to different people from different nationalities, different countries, and different needs. So when we talk about China, or when we talk about Italy, and we look at what would they want to do in the future dealing with each other, you would find that an Italian prefers to come to Dubai to deal with the Chinese who've just come to Dubai as well. And they would like to trade through Dubai with each other. It's a neutral place where people can become accustomed to.
The environment is also helping the relation.
And the legislation is also helping. So the creation of Dubai South, new free zones, a new legislation, a new retail city, a new logistics city, and all of those do help. Expo is another motivator, let's say. It's one of the...
By the way, tell me, Expo, they are expecting between 25 to 30 million visitors.
Call it 10.
I like to divide maybe in two this number. So let's say 12 million or 15 million visitors.
Let's say
these people probably, they are not going to find a place to stay in Dubai during the 6 months of Expo. I believe that
I'm sure they will find a place.
They will.
But the impact of that on rental returns, the impact on that, even if short-lived. Remember, what Dubai is trying to do is trying to make the temporary pass buyers who came for Expo permanent residents or permanently interested in collaborating in Dubai, with Dubai, through Dubai. So, again, if an Italian or a German are passing through Dubai and they want to deal with a Chinese company, where is the most neutral environment for them to do business in? Probably Dubai.
Probably Dubai.
And
because it's a very business welcome country, you know. They help you, they give you
they're proactive.
A lot of benefits for business development.
Yes.
Not only between UAE and other countries, especially, as you said, between the country themselves, you know. I know a lot of Italian company that through Dubai, they got very interesting connection to Asia, just because the environment in Dubai, the exhibitions in Dubai, they help companies to develop in other countries. Some people, they think that Dubai is the end. Actually, Dubai is a kind of connection. I like more to consider Dubai a connection between
transit is how travel started in Dubai. And then Dubai said, okay, we have this many transit passengers. How about if we are able to convert some of those to people who come into Dubai even for 2 days? So they're passing through our airport. And you think about it, go back 20 years and say, how did it all start? And you say, let me consider, why did people start coming into Dubai? Yes, the environment is friendly. They're proactive. The government is the opposite of any other government in the world. It's proactive, pro-business.
It's true.
They do not wait for things to go wrong to act. They act. I'm not saying we're a perfect environment. By any means are we perfect, and I don't believe anyone will be calling a city a perfect environment. However, we are getting there pretty fast. And Dubai is, I always said this, Dubai's policy is evolving in a way where in the coming 5 years will be ahead of other destinations that have been running and evolving and developing for the last 500 years. Because of how teachable, if teachable is a word, are we here. We learn fast. We're proactive.
Let's talk about the fact that Dubai is in a location in the world where, with 2 hours flight or 4 hours flight from Dubai, we have more than 1 billion people that a part of that, only a small part of them, but a percentage of 1 billion people is a big number. And so imagine that.
And let me add something to the billion people who are in, not necessarily all in first world countries, who are in emerging markets, in markets that are sometimes virgin.
Ah, yes.
And in markets that do not easily connect to other markets. So if you are an African, you want to do business with Europe, historically, you did some of that business through Dubai.
Yeah.
You came and bought your cars from Dubai and traded them. Why? Because also you're welcome and you're respected, and at the same time there is law and order. So you wouldn't be in general raped off. There's always situations here and there that happens that are individuals.
Yeah.
But in general, you are respected and you can trust how business happens in the city.
Yeah. And you know, I have almost 14 years experience in Dubai. I don't know, you probably more.
Slightly more.
More, okay. And I did my own statistic. I have a statistic that Italians, because you know I deal with Italian people a lot, mostly, and Italian, when they come to Dubai on holiday, or they come to Dubai to approach business or real estate investment, I have a statistic. 90 or maybe more than 90% of the people that they come to Dubai for the first time, they love it. They want to come back again, and they are dreaming to love in Dubai. To live in Dubai. They love to
live and love
Dubai.
in Dubai.
Live
Why
and
not?
love, yes. They fall in love with this lifestyle, with this city, with this kind of new solution. Is a life solution, you know, because I used to have a kind of list of reason why the people love Dubai. First, it's a business hub. You can do your business. Nobody is bothering you. There's no people who is asking the money, and and then is a safe place for you and your family. Then tax-wise, what's you know, if you tell Italians that in Dubai there's no tax on income, they don't believe it. They ask me, but you don't pay it? But you have to pay, but you don't? No. There's no
tax on income.
That's why Dubai has a very large potential. And I believe that the potential of Dubai is not expressed yet.
Yep.
What do you think?
I do agree.
There are a lot of misleading information about alcohol, for example. For some Italians, they ask me, is it true that in Dubai you cannot drink alcohol? I said, no, man. In Dubai you can have your beer, you can have your glass of wine wherever you want.
Or drink a tea.
Or drink a tea, yeah.
Dubai, in my opinion, is similar to a piece of art that has not been finished yet. Yeah? It's in the process. But while we're doing that, while we're building it, by the way, this is by our friend Wa'il Hamadi.
Okay.
Visit his website, guys. Wa'il Hamadi. Interesting pieces of art, an interesting style. Let's say this city is Dubai, it's not finished yet. And while he's drawing it and going forward with it, actually we have one outside the city and the projects and the cranes. I'm sure you've seen it.
Yes, I saw.
Beautiful one. This is what Dubai is. Let's talk about 20 years ago. We were talking also, I cut you here to get you back to the old idea. Let's go back to the new idea of the great weather. People love the weather.
Yeah.
Because when in Europe it's cold, here it's
Yeah.
pleasant and sunny. Okay? So that's also very interesting. And to top it up with, 20 years ago, there was beautiful beaches and good weather, sun. There was little more that Dubai offers at that time. Yes. Hospitality, yes. Ability to trade freely, yes. However, with time, we've evolved. One of the best infrastructures in the world. Yeah. Luxury like no one have ever seen anywhere else in the world.
Lifestyle.
At that
Quality,
affordability.
not only luxury. Because some people, they have the wrong idea about Dubai. Dubai is a luxury city, but at the same time, it's affordable.
Yes.
You can live in Dubai with the average income that one Italian normal person, you know, the cost of living
I'll ask you a
is
question.
not so high.
Can a poor person, or not a poor, can an average earner in Italy go to a fine dining restaurant every month once and
No.
still afford to live?
No.
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 Although I don't encourage anyone in Dubai who's on an average income to go a fine dining experience once a month, I advise him to save that money. However, he can afford in Dubai to go once a month, even on an average income.
Yeah.
Yeah? To a fine dining destination.
Yeah.
And this happens.
Especially if somebody else pay.
100%.
Yeah.
So regardless, there is
No,
this
it's true,
vibrancy in the vibes in the atmosphere. The vibes in the city are amazing.
I was last week with a customer. We went to a restaurant, a Lebanese restaurant on the Palm. I don't want to mention the name, or I should.
You can. It's up
Al
to you.
Safadi.
You should mention.
I
It's
love
a customer of my other company.
I love Al Safadi.
Visit Al Safadi guys on the Palm.
Al Safadi.
BBP, my other company, shoots for Al Safadi and does business with Al Safadi, and they're amazing people.
I love
and
that
we
person.
enter their kitchens.
Yeah.
So perfect also.
Perfect. So we were, me and other customers, sitting there on the Palm, sea view, beautiful, beautiful environment, because you are surrounded by the sea, and you have, you know, the light. You see the Atlantis Hotel, and the customers, I invited them. They had the impression to sit in a restaurant that they couldn't afford. They said, "Oh my God, this restaurant should be very expensive with this view, with this." And then at the end, you know how much we paid? 500 dirham. With 500 dirham, 4 people in Italy is very hard.
How was the food?
Delicious.
And this is coming from an Italian, huh? It's not
Delicious,
easy for an
delicious.
Italian to say delicious food.
Delicious, delicious. So this is an example that in Dubai you can sit in a beautiful, beautiful place, and still you don't pay an incredible amount. You know, if you want to have the same quality, the same view, sitting in front of the sea, the water front restaurant, and you have this kind of food, you pay more.
And you will not have the same vibes.
Same vibes.
There's something, guys, about the city. I don't know if everyone feels it, but I do.
Yeah.
The vibes.
Yeah.
It's amazing. There's very few cities, metropolitan mainly, that do have the same vibes. But the most I feel it in is Dubai.
Yeah.
I was talking about something this morning, which you do much of, and I'm doing much of. I was asked yesterday, why are you investing time, money, and energy into content creation and platforms that hold much of content in one place? Yeah? And I answered it this morning, but it's pretty important, I believe, for people to understand that when we're creating content, so you create content in Italian most of the time for the Italian clientele.
100% or
And
99%.
And you collect variants and variety of content and put it all in one place. That's great. Why? Because when you collect that kind of variety and put it in one place, in the currently the World Wide Web, the internet is growing, and there's so much white noise. There's less trusted information out there most of the time. The problem becomes when you have a big bucket with too much in it, is to pick the right stuff. So when you pick the right stuff and put them in one place, similar to how our friend is doing now for the Italian client, yeah. What we've done with Property e-Portal, we collected data that is available and information that's available elsewhere. But rather than you having 1 day of research to collect that data, you can just log in and see all the data in one place. So it's very important that we create such material and such content, and we engage people with such content, because it's needed. And there's so much white noise where in our industry, value is very little, value offered is very little, because everyone is going for the dollar. They want to convert today. So if you create content and say, no problem, I'm growing an audience and I will convert tomorrow, many people cannot afford that or don't want to afford that. They're not interested to live that.
Yeah.
I advise everyone in the business to do that. And we are attached to too many people, I believe, who are working on that as well, specifically for the Italian market.
Yeah.
I believe this is what should be worked on for all other markets. And to come back to the Chinese we were talking about, you know that there's a China Arab TV that talks most of the day about ventures between Chinese and Arabs. I believe it's UAE backed and China backed probably. Amazing. And people should watch that.
It's in English or in
English?
In English.
English.
Wow.
There is some Chinese in it, but it's in English. Most of the time when I turn on to it, it's English. A few days ago, there was somebody from Al Ghurair family talking about ventures that they've done in China some time ago. And it's pretty interesting. You hear things, you say, really? I didn't know that. There's much that is coming from that end, and Dubai is preparing for it. If you've noticed, if you go into Dubai Mall, you see that the signage, English, Arabic, Chinese.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Our culture in Dubai embraces other cultures.
I was in the developer's office, in the developer's sales center 3 days ago. And in that developer's sales center, let's say 50% of it was full of buyers. It's incredible. And when you see that situation, you feel that there are buyers in the market. And let's say 50%, maybe more, were Chinese.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
With Chinese agents. Chinese agents with the with the tag of the developer, and you see that they are Chinese. You can't miss it. And
if you can't understand
you see
them,
a lot of Chinese that when I see them, they are really amazed about. It's
that happens to everyone.
Carlo, 15 years ago.
Carlo, I had a customer and a friend come to Dubai around 3 weeks ago to get handover of property that he bought from us 14 years ago on the Palm Jumeirah. Actually, more than 14 years ago on the Palm Jumeirah.
Golden Mine, probably.
No. Balkis residence.
Okay.
This gentleman, it was the first time for him in Dubai. When he bought the property, his son came, saw Dubai, saw the property and purchased it. He was amazed. He said, incredible. I have never believed that this city,
it's beyond your
their expectations. Exactly.
Imagination also.
100%.
Yeah.
Although he definitely saw pictures about Dubai and movies about Dubai and, but it still was beyond his imagination.
Yeah.
And that happens.
Because the emotions are different. I often have the feeling that in Dubai, the energy is different.
Yes. Vibes.
Do you believe in
yes,
that?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So you have the vibration of a city that...
a frequency that is beyond the frequency of others.
I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know what.
Plenty of reasons. One of it is youth.
Sorry?
Plenty of reasons. One of it is youth. Youth. Okay?
Yeah.
So in general, it's a young...
You mean the average age of the population?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The second thing that is very important is the positivity.
Yeah.
Positivity that is a result of many things that happen around us. In my opinion, the ease of life. Although many people say, yeah, there is complications, I tell them, go try another city, come back, talk to me about bureaucracy. Go, travel to Canada, try it there, come back to me and talk to me. Yeah. We had somebody who worked with us for some time, and the gentleman went to Canada, and I was chatting with him a few weeks ago. He visited Dubai again, and he's planning to come back. So he came, said, you know what, wait for me. And I said, why, what happened? He said, man, you can't imagine how difficult things are. Dubai is at the center of that, at the center of welcoming human beings. Again, we're not perfect, because there's many people who are skeptical when you talk positive.
Yeah.
We're not perfect, guys.
No, there's
but
no
look
perfect world.
At all sides, and you'll understand what we're talking about. Look at all sides, and look at the fundamentals. Again, when we started this discussion, you said, let's talk property, and I said, let's talk then fundamentals of an economy. Where are we going in trade? Where are we going in manufacturing? And I talk again about sustainability in a city.
Yeah, yeah.
The government doesn't have to tell you that I need to be more sustainable for big manufacturing, for Mercedes-Benz, for Porsche to come and start here. However, you need to understand that schooling, Medcare, housing, three main things that the government have dealt with Medcare and is proactively continuing to deal with that. Schooling follows housing, because when you build new communities that are with too many schools in them built, then you will have that competition, and you can develop that competitiveness on schooling.
Yeah.
And then housing. When you drop the cost of housing, you drop the cost of living in general, and then you are competitive.
Yeah.
To other cities.
Yeah.
You are competitive, and this is what you need to be.
Yeah. And also, you know, what Dubai is doing about the energy. I read in a website and in the newspaper, they are doing the biggest solar power plant in the world.
Yep.
They are going to produce 700
megawatt.
That is an incredible
really
amount.
700.
700. Yeah. It's called Dubai.
We're not sure of the number, if it's megawatts or not, guys. Yeah.
We will find out. But I believe it's 700. The total amount of we can Google it.
Yeah,
because
let's Google
it's important. So solar plant Dubai. Let's see if I can find it.
And Carlo, while you're finding that out, we are doing something in collaboration with another entity. You know that if somebody has a factory now, and that's supported by DIWA, by the way.
Sorry, it's not 700. We were wrong. It's 900.
900 megawatts. So by the way, I said maybe 700. I thought it was smaller.
It's
900.
going to be ready because it's in different phases. So there are different deadlines. But at the end, by 2030, which is the last phase, is going to be 5,000 megawatt.
2030, guys.
An incredible amount.
Exactly.
Because I read in the newspaper.
By the way, there is phases that have finished.
They want to be auto-sufficient. You know, they don't want to buy.
There is phases that have finished. 13 megawatts have finished in 2013. Yeah. 200 megawatts have finished in March 2017. 800 megawatts will be in 2020, operational in 2020. This is the third phase.
Yeah.
So we're way on the way. We have 800 megawatts already.
Because some people, they think, okay, Dubai is building, developing. But some people, they might ask, is there enough energy for everything? So Dubai is planning
clean energy,
and you know, Dubai is surprising me every day. every day.
You don't need to guess, guys, that you're up to 2 people here who love Dubai. Okay.
Actually, yes.
Shall we tell them goodbye and make it a great day and see them again another day?
And
We've
that's
given
another, that's another reason why I believe in the future of Dubai, because I was telling you about my statistic. 90% of the people that they come and visit me, they come and buy, they want to come back again and again and again and again. So in terms of visitors, tourists, the number is going to be an incredible number, believe me. In the next 5 or 10 years, I cannot imagine how many tourists, because there are a lot of people that still they don't know about Dubai.
You've been in Dubai for 14 years.
For almost 14.
Let me ask you a question. Have you visited all attractions offered by UAE till today?
No.
I've been in Dubai for a very long time, guys. And trust me, we haven't visited part of those attractions yet.
Yeah.
There's plenty that come up every day. And
they
that you
told
see
me
every
there
day.
is a museum of illusions.
Yes.
And me and my son Alessandro, we want to go because we saw a video and we are planning the next weekend to go together. Museum of Illusions. I saw a video, it's very interesting and I never heard before. And so, and they told me there is also a reserve with the birds.
Flamingo.
Yeah, but no, another one that you can see bird watching near to Flamingo. Yes, I've never been there. They told me it's beautiful.
You can take a permit.
In 13 years and a half, I didn't go. So there are plenty of.
And you're still talking about center of the city, by the way. Those are all 20 minutes from where we sit now, or less, 15 minutes from where we sit now. You didn't yet talk about just slightly further. 20 kilometers away. 20 kilometers, by the way, guys, is in Dubai is like maybe 10 minutes of drive, less than, because we have great roads and great traffic planning, probably. At least in some parts of the city, not the old parts of the city, yes, because you can't expect that to happen in a city that is built 20 years ago or 25 years ago. There was no plan that's this number of cars even probably come and take this city as a residence place. Thank you, guys. Would you like to add something, Carlo?
No, it's fine.
We enjoyed our time this morning, and we wanted to share this with you. Carlo said, you know what?
Only few parts.
Yeah, our discussion is subject for a video. Let's share it with the world. And I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it now, because the best it can come is the first time it comes out. And this is it.
Yeah. Okay, see you. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.